Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody today? Welcome. Okay, well let's get started. So this is going to be kind of an experiment. I kind of know what I want it to look like, but it's paint, so it's going to have a lot of layers on it, but I wanted us to play with some of the paste today. All right, so what I'm going to do, I've been playing with a little bit of gold up here, but I want to start with just using the black carbon first from Posh Chalk Metallic Paste. So we're going to use that first, and I'm just going to be using like just a cheap chip brush, and I am going to give it just a little bit of water. That kind of helps move your paste around a little bit. So I'm going to start with just some black because I do want some black down in deep details. And okay, so we're just going to go ahead and get started. And I'm just going to start covering her and try, kind of make like this concrete kind of. She does have some different colors on her already when we started, but I just want it to be a little more pronounced, a little more depth to her. And then when I'm done, I'm going to put a little plant in the top of her head. I really like this. It's got cool texture in it. I think this is going to turn out really cool. And I think the flowers might look super cool, kind of coming down. I'm going to mist her just a bit, not a lot, so the paste will spread out. That's the cool thing about this paste is if you mist it with just a bit of water, it turns into a lovely paint. I'm going to go in here a bit so that white's not popping out when the plant gets in there. We're going to just work our way around to the back here. So remember, the paste is very thick and creamy and will give you a lot of texture. And this bust already has a lot of texture on it, so I don't need to add a lot. So I'm just kind of letting it just fill in. And what I want is just like layers of different colors kind of coming out all over it like it's old. I'm gonna mist a little bit, and I love how it just covers so nicely. It's so pigmented that it just covers. It's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna go right here. Okay, so we've got a good layer of the black carbon on there. Ooh, that looks pretty. Looks pretty just like that. Okay, now I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna add some gold first. I'm gonna grab a different brush, and now I'm just gonna start kind of layering. Now this color is called Deep Gold. I love it. It's one of my favorites. My favorite colors. I think it's just pretty. Come over here. I'm gonna add some in here. I'm gonna add just a titch of water to my brush so it will spread. Her eyes look cool. Check out her eyes with some gold in there. Okay, let's move on. I'm gonna put a little bit of silver in there. See how that does. We're just gonna kind of play and see how all of these little creations come together. These little colors. I've got two silvers out here. I've got the pearl silver, and I've got the radiant silver that is from the Precious collection. So we'll see how I might mix a few of these. Okay, let's see. And I may go back with a little, back and forth a little bit of the black and the gray. So we start to kind of get that concrete look with that depth of color underneath. And of course I'll need to add just a touch of patina because, that's who I am. So it kind of move around for me. So you can see with the paste, you can just layer and layer and layer, get lots of cool texture. So I'm doing both the radiant silver and the pearl silver. I'm just kind of alternating back and forth with the two right now. And I don't want to cover completely my gold. So I'm just kind of going here and there, inside here. Okay, let's see. What are we looking like? I might even add some white in here. I want to add some green, just a tiny titch up in the top and have it kind of popping through. And then I'll add a little bit of probably the Aqua Patina at the end. But this color is the green phthalo metallic. You can see again, it's just one of my, even if your paint, you're at the bottom of your metallic jars, they'll work forever. I just add a little bit of water to them, and they continue to work until the jar is pretty much gone. I don't ever throw them away. I'm going to get a little paper towel. I'm just gonna tap that down, kind of down in there. Might add a little green down in here. I'm just gonna tap away on that. I love paper towels. They give a lot of, they kind of help move your paint and give you some good texture. So I use them a lot. We're like shop towels. Okay, I'm gonna come in with a little bit of white and then probably come back with black. So this one is the white titanium. Again, it's just one of my leftover, the bottom of the barrel, kind of starting to lighten up a little bit, but we still have that dark down underneath there, which I like. I don't know if you guys can see, but I can still see the gold coming through, which looks super cool. It's harder, I kind of think it's a little harder to see on the camera. Okay, so now we're looking a little bit more like stone, but to get those colors down underneath, I kind of like that. I can still see some gold in her eyes. Okay, so she's kind of tacky, so I'm thinking I probably need to let her like really dry really well, and then come back and see where maybe I need to add, if I need to add anything. But before we go, let's play with just a little bit of patina. I think it's so pretty. And patina like rests and settles and grows on the tops of, stuff. You guys have seen them on statues. And I want it to run just a titch. I don't want a whole lot on it, but I want a little bit. I might have to play a little bit. Okay, so I think I'm gonna leave her be and let her dry really nice. And then I'll come back and see if maybe she needs more layers. If I need to enhance some areas, a little shading, maybe under her chin, down her neck a little bit, into her hairline, so we can see some good definition from her hair. I like her.